buttholes.
Kid buttholes.
I hate that when you walk into something and you're like, what the hell what happened? Like, how did you guys get to that? Are you okay?
Hello, Barbarians, and revered Shadow Council. Today, we will be playing Acquisitions Incorporated with my friends. To my left, playing Carl 14, a Warforged fighter. I'm like, who are you?
Who even are you?
Is Santiago.
How's it going?
And to my right, playing Verdun Rogue Duck, is Jessica.
Hello!
Always something different.
I thought of one. Like, I thought of an actual something I was going to do, and then I forgot what it was, so.
Yeah. You could be like, catchphrase.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But they did that in Overwatch already, so whatever.
Fair. So, when last we left our pre-franchise heroes, you had agreed, well, sort of just been told, that you were going to be traveling to Phandalin to see what happened to the franchise there, because they are not responding and not paying their dues. So Phandalin is, you basically, if you left now, you'd arrive on the 8th day. It's 6 days up the high road, another day on the Tribord Trail, and then about 4 hours south into town proper.
Right.
The company, Acquisitions Incorporated, has put together supplies for you. It's in a pretty low quality, it's like an IKEA wagon, basically.
Oh.
Right? Like white lacquered particle board.
Right.
Yeah.
That we had to put together?
Yeah.
Fair.
It held together with wooden pegs. And
those weird little, like, screw things.
Yeah.
That, like, you have to turn.
Yeah. And the oldest, most sway-backed looking donkey is begrudgingly pulling the cart.
Aww. He's like a sad little donkey?
Yeah.
No.
He has the resting donkey face. And
I love him.
and yeah, and so you guys are like walking along with the wagon basically, because this donkey would not be able to pull you and your stuff. So it's travel on foot is what you're doing for 8 days. And you've had some time in town, enjoyed some food, tried to go shopping and failed because of your winning personality. But now you are heading out on the road from Waterdeep, heading north on the high road. And the first day of travel is pretty uneventful. It's busy and well guarded close to the city, so the roads are pretty clear. But you know, especially from looking at your map, the farther you go north, the wilder this area gets.
Wildlands.
Wild. So, first day, no problem. Day 2, you rouse your donkey friend, encourage him to eat some of the vegetation nearby.
Yes.
And then continue on the road.
I want Duck to be like super like BFFs with the donkey. And,
Yeah,
like,
go ahead and make an animal handling
just like
check.
talks to him and stuff. Can you do that?
Oh.
Oh, hey. 17.
Oh, hey. So this donkey really likes you.
Yeah.
And it's because I think from the Chilton buffet, you have snuck some crab cheese wontons.
Yes.
That you occasionally sneak to the donkey friend. So whatever are you naming your donkey?
Pavel.
What?
Pavel.
Okay.
Pavel is the name of one of my donkeys in a previous game.
Aww.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Pavel was a great donkey.
It's a nice homage. Pavel gets to live again.
I like it.
Pavel forever. All right.
Well, because I feel like because Charm's not there and she was
Right.
like my BFF. And
Yeah.
like I just met Jamna and I really like her.
Right.
Unlike one of my other characters that
Right.
did not like
But who
Jamna.
could not like
Oh.
Jamna?
I know.
You actually like Jamna this time?
Duck does, yeah.
Okay.
I
that's cool.
personally
But Duck
didn't
is,
dislike
like,
Jamna.
naive.
Nix didn't like Jamna.
Nix
Yeah.
didn't like how chipper she was.
Yeah. Nix was just like, fuck your bullshit. Like, give me some coffee and some shinies.
I'm just gonna make a little note here. That murdered the Jessica Pod person. Go rescue the real Jessica.
No, I really loved Jamna.
Jessica
personally, yeah.
loved Jamna. Nix did not love Jamna.
I was in character. acting, role playing.
Okay.
God.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well
I'll
done.
role play it.
No, but I mean also like from where she's from, like
Yeah.
she's super curious and exploring. I feel like this is probably the first like one-on-one
Oh yeah.
donkey time she's had.
Oh,
And
yeah.
She's real excited about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Pavel really
Yeah.
seems
One-on-one donkey time.
Yeah.
to enjoy your attention.
Yeah. See.
So less begrudgingly, the donkey Pavel now pulls your things along the road. And about halfway through the day, you're continuing along the road. There's no other travelers that you've seen on the second day. It's pretty quiet. And a group of wild boars crosses the road in front of you. It's not 30 to 50 wild boars, so don't worry about it. It is 4 wild boars.
Okay.
The one in the lead, you can see a glint of metal. There's like a necklace of some kind like wedged around one of his tusks in his mouth.
Oh.
And they're just like trotting across the road.
With their little tails straight up.
Mm-hmm. Doing the boar thing.
Trot.
And obviously you can let them pass or you can try to intervene. It's up to you.
So...
Like he's not like incapacitated by this thing caught in his...
No.
It's more like he snatched it off somebody or something.
And it's just dangling out of his mouth as he continues to eat things along the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to retrieve my heavy crossbow from the wagon.
Yep.
And lesser creatures have to like crank them back or something like that. He'll just like hold it and like shunk
Jesus.
back and fit a bolt to it.
Uh-huh.
Take aim at the be-necklaced wild boar and try to drop it with a well-placed crossbow bolt shot.
I want to be like, look at this shiny one. And then it's just like, thunk. And I'm like, oh.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. All right.
But Carl, that kills people, Carl.
It might not actually, because that's 10.
Total?
Yes.
Yeah, so there is a heavy twang as the crossbow releases the bolt, which sails right over the back of the large boar that has the necklace in his mouth, like ruffling his little mohawk hairs that he has.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns and looks at you and squeals and starts harumphing off into yeah.
Off to the horizon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he runs away.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he
Not gonna
harumphs
pursue.
away.
Yeah.
That's fine too.
Better word. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep. All right. No pursuing.
No.
Let him go.
No,
Okay.
no.
And you can retrieve your bolt if you want to. It just went skidded on the road up ahead. Okay.
I'm not super worried about it. I have a case of crossbow bolts, and I don't use my crossbow very often, so
Okay.
not gonna worry about it. Just put it back. And what I would like to do though is see if I can ascertain from whence the boars came. Like if you can backtrack where they came from to see if maybe there's some, I don't know, bodies or something over there, because it seems like, you know, they had some jewelry that just got incidentally snagged as it was rooting around.
Right.
So
You want to
to
roll survival? See
Yeah.
if you can follow their trail.
yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Right. 12.
So you can follow the game trail for a bit, and there's nothing really in particular. You definitely don't see any bodies or anything like that, but kind of near the side of the road there are like fallen crates or discarded items that fall off of wagons and stuff like that, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
But like nothing new or suspicious or anything like that.
Huh.
Like some broken wagon wheels and stuff like that that have been pushed off the
Just
side of the road.
The detritus of travel, if you
Especially
will.
since you're relatively close
It's
to
like a $3 word there.
water deep at this point.
Tree fitty.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem you don't notice anything shady or anything like that at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
It was worth checking into,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think, because you never know. You never know.
All right. Day 3.
Day 3.
Yup.
Of 8.
True. Let's see. I'm gonna have you each make a perception check, please.
Okie dokie.
Whoa. I don't know why. Oh, well. Looks like I got my head in my ass. 6.
Yeah, you're just like.
I'm really into the donkey.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, dang.
That's
Glad
right.
somebody's paying attention.
So you're just playing with the donkey,
Like braiding his hair.
but you notice, like, in the shrubberies and, like, low brush on the side of the road, 2 creatures, which you would identify as satyrs,
Okay.
are kind of, like, stumbling and giggling, and it looks like they're getting prepared to, like, you know, throw something in your guys' direction.
What?
Wait, what size are satyrs in this world?
They're normal human size.
Medium-sized creatures.
Are they more like kind of devious little things, or are
Like
they?
that.
They're not like, because I'm thinking like the WoW ones that are, you know, super murdery and stuff.
Oh, no.
They're more like Mr. Tumnus.
Right. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean they're chaotic neutral, but
I just mean in appearance.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like little like forest fae creatures.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, human size.
Fair enough.
Do you want to do anything
The summoners?
with the satyrs?
Oh, the satyrs. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would like to walk up and talk to them about their impending plan.
Okay.
Out there.
So what do you do exactly?
Can I, do they see me approaching as I'm casually walking directly at them? Like, I don't know how far away they are. They're, like, gonna throw something, apparently?
No. So you walk up, and they're like giggling and stumbling and like pointing at the donkey and stuff. And they're like, "We're gonna get him. This is gonna be so funny."
Yeah, I'll walk right up to them, like uncomfortable, not necessarily uncomfortably close in this cultural setting,
Right.
but without regard for personal space at all.
Right.
Just walk literally right up to them and looking down because I'm really tall.
Right.
I'm still medium, but
Right.
I'm at the upper
Limit of
limit
medium.
of medium.
Uh-huh.
And I count as one size bigger for carrying stuff and everything because I'm just like
Chonkers.
bulky. Yeah, yeah, because I'm a juggernaut warforged.
Right.
And I'm just gonna ask them like trying to emulate their laughing.
You're like Predator laughing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it just sounds like that like clip from Master of Puppets or something like that. I don't know. And then what's the plan, fellas? What do we got going on
Oh,
here?
look at that guy's like made out of rocks. That's cool. Hi, guy. We're just gonna throw this little water orb at the little thing in the donkey because it's so funny.
That does sound pretty hilarious. I tell you what,
It's
though,
super hilarious.
why don't you throw it at me instead? Because if you throw it at the donkey, we're gonna have to kill you.
Roll intimidate.
We're gonna have to go ahead and
Murder your face.
kill you. That is 19
Okay.
intimidation.
They kind of seem to sober up a little bit at a threat of death, and they're like, "Whoa, we're having some fun messing with travelers. There's no harm, man. We'll go back and look for Larry. Sorry."
No, I'm
For
but I'm-
Larry.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. They can throw it at me, and like I won't care. Like you know.
And
what
they're
I
like,
mean?
"No, good. It's good. Well, yeah, Larry will take us home. It's fine. See ya." And they start like moving off into the trees.
Best regards to Larry. Tell your friends, don't fuck with the donkey.
And as they move through the trees, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. That's a gentleman's 20.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20.
So, like, they've gotten pretty far away from you. You're continuing to watch them through the trees.
Oh, yeah. With the...
and they're, like, stumbling through the underbrush and stuff.
Like
and you see this, like, glowing white unicorn walk up. And he's like, Jerry, Simone, what are you doing out here? And they're like, Larry, we're sorry, we were just having some fun. And they're like, it's time to go home, boys. Like, get on. And they get on Larry and go deeper into the woods.
Oh my goodness. I love that the unicorn is Californian.
Oh my god.
Simone, Larry, what are you doing here? Get on my back. We're gonna take the 101 to Ventura. Like Larry's like, at this time of day?
Oh,
no, there's a new bypass. They built it last week. That was amazing. A Californian unicorn. Awesome.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Warforged have like this kind of hands.
Like Ninja Turtle hands?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, if he was trying to do the whole, like, this thing, he'd have to be like... Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway.
Yeah, so it looks like responsible Larry has taken these drunk satyrs.
Good job, Larry.
Good job, Larry.
One of the random encounters I could have rolled for this travel is you find the unicorn instead, who's looking for his drunk friends who wandered off in the woods.
I think we need to get you a WoW pet. It's a unicorn that you have named Larry.
Larry the unicorn.
Yeah.
All right. We're now up to day 4. You're continuing down the road. You're about halfway through your journey at this point. Starting to get into kind of the wilder areas, a little bit close to like the swampy region known as the Mare of Dead Men. And up ahead in the road you see many small figures. And as you approach, one of them steps forward. This is a group of 6 goblins. And they look at you, looking as big and tough as they can. And they say, "This is a toll road. You have to pay the toll."
All right. Cool. So I'm not much like really. I'm not good at talking. I don't know. Are you a social character? What's your like? Are you charismatic
not really.
or whatever? We're not really talk our way out of things. Kind of.
I think compared to you, I am, but
But that's not saying much.
yeah, not in general.
Well,
yeah, I'm
you see
only
like
close
Gorko
to.
kind of peer around the wagon to look at these other goblins, like shake his head.
oh.
Hooligans.
Yeah, that is interesting because when he speaks Goblin, he's quite erudite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but when he
That's right, that
speaks
was a
Common,
good flavor.
he's all like,
Yeah.
rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Carl, pragmatic as ever, would say, how much is the toll?
And the goblin like pretends to count all of your legs and wheels and stuff, and he's like, "Group this size, mess up the road. You gotta keep a nice tangle."
All right, I'll take it. As in, like, I'm feigning the understanding that they're gonna pay us 10 gold.
All right, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Nice. Let's see what happens. Come on, persuasion. Yes. 9.
He said, No. You paid me 10 gold. You take our nice road. Very nice. Otherwise, go and swamp."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You give me 10 gold, and we keep going down the road, right?
No. 10 for me.
Right.
I can't remember my languages. Oh, I speak Goblin.
You do?
Oh shit!
Because
I
Awesome.
thought I did.
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay, I want to speak because I kind of see what's going on here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna speak Goblin.
Okay.
And I'd be like, listen, guys, don't want to fuck with the big guy. Like, just let us go through. Like, I know what's going on, no big deal. Just let it go past, and we'll all be good.
All right. You can choose to do either persuasion or intimidate. Since
Oh,
you were-
persuasion.
Yeah.
I know. Cause I'm teeny. 17 plus some stuff. Oh, it's like a 21.
Okay. So
I so
the
wanna be
goblin
next
looks
again.
at you, and then looks at Kyle. and then looks at you,
skyscraper.
Yeah. And then he kind of looks around the wagon, and he sees like beat up, like rough-looking Gorgo and stuff, like glaring at him from behind the cart, and the donkey's glaring at him, and, like chewing something, probably
Stops
like
chewing
a
for a minute.
stale
Yeah.
wonton, like fortune cookie or something. Sorry. And he's like, you know, I do see your point. You know, we're just trying to make a living here. You understand how it is.
Yeah, I understand, but perhaps one could come up with a more reasonable sum than 10 gold, which seems a bit extravagant for this shithole of a swamp.
You know, it's fair. I mean, we're trying to get out of here as well. It smells.
Does
It smells here.
indeed quite.
I mean, not to get greedy. Is there anything I might be able to take back just so the other ones don't, like, give me crap about it later? Like, you gotta something.
I think 2 gold would be reasonable.
All right. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, we could definitely avoid violence.
Yeah,
Nobody needs
nobody
that.
wants that.
No.
Nobody wants and needs that. Indeed.
All right. You're giving him 2 gold?
Yeah, I'll give him 2 gold.
Yeah. And so he walks back to his fellows and he's like, got the tour, friends, let's go. And they just like roll off into the bushes.
Meanwhile, Carl's standing there trying to listen to this conversation, and it's just all the equations and shit just flying past. They have no idea what's going on. That sounded like that time I put 2 ferrets in a bag and shook it up and threw it over the sewer. I didn't actually do that, for the record. That'd be cruelty to animals. I'm not down with that. As he gently strokes Pavel's U-shaped spine.
Right.
In fact, this is ridiculous. Pavel, you seem a little past your prime here. Why don't we try something like this? And I'm gonna see if I can unhitch Pavel from the little, like, the tongue
sticks.
of the, like, the little poles that stick out or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll hand, like, the reins or whatever to Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't you let Pavel have a break? You can lead him, and I'll carry the wagon. And it's like, dragging it like,
I'm gonna be so excited.
rickshaw type of thing. And I'm like, I'll start pulling.
When Pavel is unhooked from the wagon, he does that like playful horse thing where his like little back legs go up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's like prancing around.
I love the idea that because of my what's it called? Powerful build, I count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift. I mean, I'm basically a large creature, so pulling this like wagon should be like no problem.
Yeah.
Do you IKEA wagon?
Is what I'm is the assumption I'm operating on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
no.
sense.
Okay.
It's fine. And it's not a lot of stuff. They didn't like load you down with hella supplies.
Right.
There's like enough rations to get there, some stuff to make camp and that sort of stuff. It's like it's real basic, and it's a little wagon.
And it's all
That's
my
why you got Pavel,
Yeah.
because like you can't handle that much.
it's all my extra weapons that I like
Yeah.
heaped in there, like glaive and like axe and short sword and great like heavy crossbow, and like because I was
And like a
carrying,
little like chef roll of
Yeah.
knives.
I was like bristling with all these weapons for our last little stint, and now I'm like, you know what? I don't need all of this shit. I'm just gonna have my great sword, my long sword, my shield, and like my belt of like 3 daggers or so.
I'll have like a little like hobo handkerchief, like with
Javelins
my
and
like
shit.
3 things tied up, and you put all your shit in, and I'm like, blink.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that is called
A bindle.
bindle.
A bindle.
Yeah.
Yes, a bindle.
Wow. The more you know.
Judges would also accept caboodle.
Caboodle, really? Oh,
No,
like
not
King
really.
Caboodle?
But that's more of a like
a case.
yeah, that's like a tackle box but full of makeup instead of fishing.
Well, yeah, there was a brand of the caboodles.
Right.
Wasn't
yeah.
it called caboodles?
I think so.
They were like the
Yeah.
hot pink and little
For
80s colors.
Little girls to put like makeup or beads or some shit like that in there. Anyways, I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Whatever.
True.
All right, day 5 is what we're on now. You're at a part of the road that runs parallel to the Mare of Dead Men. You're in the swamplands proper now. The goblins were
Ooh.
kind of guarding the area right before the swamp proper.
Fair.
Is it making that sound with like all the frogs like they made
Yeah,
the swamp
sure.
that swamp sound?
Here,
Is that happening?
I'll play that one for
Sound
you.
effects.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one.
Is it, is there, why is it called the Mare of Dead Men?
You may roll a history check.
Okay.
Searching files.
Yeah.
File not found.
A Queen's 20.
Well then.
So, 23.
All right.
Yeah, I got a 5. Error 404.
Yeah.
Error 500. Just
Code not found.
error. Don't know.
Blue screen.
So, your time socializing in restaurants has served you well. Because even though you haven't been in this land or world for very long, you've heard a lot of stories already. And you know that the Mare of Dead Men comes from this old story about this like lich, this undead guy who ruled the area. And his kingdom was washed away as part of like defeating his undead forces. And so the sea actually moved inland and then retreated, and where it had moved inland to basically destroy his kingdom, there is now this swamp that remains.
Oh.
And there are stories of like less than nice critters living here, including sometimes the spotting of undead legions still, you know, existing in the murky depths.
So, how terrifying. I'm going to tell Pavel all about it.
But as you continue through this dangerous swampland, you can see alongside the road up ahead, there is a lizard folk person. And I mean, they basically look like a humanoid lizard.
Okay.
And that they look like they're pleading with this male human that's up ahead. And you can see the human is dressed in black leather. And behind that human, there are 2 bugbears just standing there with their arms crossed
Jeez.
and sort of nodding.
2 bugbears?
Yes.
And a dude in black?
Yep. And you can hear the human talking to this lizard folk person because they're not talking, they're yelling at them. And they're saying, "Not acceptable! Friends, show this walking fish my displeasure." And the lizard folk person looks up at the human and says, I am not fish. I am... And then the bugbears draw their morning stars and like kind of just bop the wind out of the lizard folk, who like lays gasping on the side of the road.
Oh no.
And the lizard folk looks up at you as like your wagon approaches, and there's a pleading expression in its reptilian eyes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, I gotta tell you, if there's one thing I can't stand in this world or any other, it's bullies.
Yeah.
But that being said, this does look like kind of run-of-the-mill crime or whatever. But you can pull your classic intervention, right? Where you have the like 3 toughs and they're like pushing around like, you know, one little like shop owner or whatever, and like, real tough guys. It takes 3 of you to like beat up that one little dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you threaten their machismo like that. But they're just on the road, off
They're
the
like
side.
right on the side of the road.
All right, cool. I think it's cool. Like creak up with the wagon, put it down.
All right. And the human turns towards you.
Like roll the shoulders.
I'm being real upset. I'm like,
I avast!
But meanwhile, I'm doing all this shit. Duck is just like, charge!
And he says, "Get out of here. This has nothing to do with you. Move along."
Well, we can go ahead and ignore that. 'Cause,
yeah, like we paid 2 gold, so.
Yeah, we paid 2 gold to use this road. No, it's just, you know.
And so you keep approaching.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he says, "Walk away or face the wrath of the Zentarim."
Walk away or face the wrath of Carl 14, bitch!
What? She's getting me in the fights. What's Zentarim?
You may make
Need to
an insight check
Nice.
or a history check.
Well, I mean, you know, it's going to be equally crappy, I think.
And both of you can. That's
Okay.
fine.
I will as well.
What's a...
Oh.
It's a Montana
The
1.
Montana one?
Yeah. I got a 8 for insight,
Okay.
so...
I got a. Oh, we can do insight? 11.
Okay.
An 11Z.
So his intention here is hard to read as far as like what he's trying to get out of this lizard person or whatever. You do recognize Zentarim as a word. It's something that Jamna referenced once or twice.
Okay.
You think it was something that she may have been involved in.
But I don't know what it is. If it's like a cult or magic or
Some sort of group
gang
or something, yeah.
Okay. And this is different than Xanathar, right?
Yes.
That's a different Z word.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm gonna ignore him and I'm gonna ask the lizard guy if he's okay and what's going on.
Okay. And so the lizard folk like weakly looks up to you and says, that's this shamaness of my tribe.
Shamaness?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
She's like, please help me.
Yeah.
These are bullies of the worst order.
Nice. Did she say that in common?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna get my little chest kind of puffed up and I'm gonna be like, I think you guys need to just scooch on out of here.
Why don't you?
Scooch! Scooch it!
And the human says, Jut, meth, show these creatures what happens when you mess with the Zentarim.
Nice.
And the 2 bugbears are like, and they like drag their morning stars forward. They look very reluctant to engage with you.
Oh.
Cool. I'm gonna try something a little different.
All right, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna just use my shield and longsword instead of my greatsword
Okay.
because I'm in more of a protective role
Okay.
here, so I want to see how that works out. So let me
How big are bugbears?
whip that.
They're like large humanoids,
Yeah.
so similar in size to Carl.
Can I? Because I mean, it seems like they're not real happy with
Yeah.
the Trans Am driving mullet having leather wearing guy.
Yeah.
Does it seem like they might want to just be like, fuck him and come with us? Like can I get a read on that?
You can roll insight.
I would like to roll an insight again. Oh damn it. That's not gonna be very good. 9.
Yeah, I mean, they don't look super excited to be here or listen to the dude, but you're not getting a lot of read on what exactly is going on with them.
Okay. Yeah. Perhaps Carl should have to convince them.
Convince them to stand down. Well, you know, in the meantime, I'm pulling the shield off of the back, putting it on my arm, doing the like Captain America like cinch like on the arm, drawing the long sword with its skull and bones motif, whooshling, like because it has to make that sound
Well, yeah.
when it's Hollywood style.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can give them one chance, I guess. You
Like,
know.
guys, I'm gonna look
Do you wanna roll
back
it?
at Carl.
Oh.
I'm gonna look back at the bugbears and be like, guys,
Great. Do you want to roll persuade
Yeah.
with advantage
You
then,
really-
since you're
yeah.
utilizing Carl in your
in my negotiations.
You're Vanna Whiting to him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, what's that one?
This is a 19, but I think that one's a 19 as well.
19 plus doubles, so...
Double 19.
Yeah. What do I do in persuasion?
Yeah.
23.
Okay. So, you know, he pulls out this, like, weapon that looks like it's, like, these blackened bones and, like, skulls with, like, ruby eyes and stuff like that.
Carl does?
Yeah.
Dang!
And, like, he has this, like, and then a plain-ass shield.
Plain-ass.
That's, like, a little,
Just the
like,
basic, like, wooden with the silver.
with, like, a little
Yeah.
tarnished.
The metal rim.
Yeah.
Right? Like the hubcap in the middle, kind of.
Planks of wood.
Yeah.
Leather straps.
So, like, not exciting.
Yeah.
And you're like, really? And, like, because he's their size and everything. And
Yeah.
he's got this crazy weapon. It's, like, glowing slightly, like, once you enchant something in WoW, and it has that slight sheen to it. And then Jut looks at Meth. Meth looks at Jut. And it's like, he never even gets our names right anyway.
Aww!
And they're like, not worth it. I mean, we're getting, like 5 silver a day.
Well, why
What
not?
does this mess with the wizards?
I know, right? Why don't you just buy them off?
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you guys come with us? Because we're gonna go, like, I'm sure you've heard of Acquisitions Inc. Like, we're gonna be... Yeah, we're like, you could come and maybe hang out with us, maybe have a job, you know, we'll see.
Straight up hire them.
Yeah.
5 silver a day. How
Yeah.
does
And he
20
was like,
silver
whoa,
a day?
I'm the one paying you right now. What is going on here?
And I'm just gonna, like, flip a gold coin.
Like a gold at them.
Yeah.
Bing! Split that.
Start getting honest work as a blackbeard. This is way better.
I couldn't love these guys.
And they're like, and they like look back and they're like, Rascal, you're dumb. And they like walk over to the cart. He's like, what? How dare you? I have too much debt for this to happen. And he goes to like, you know, basically kick at the lizard folk who's on the ground. And Festus glares up at him. And her little lizardy lips move, and she, from the swampy, like, earth, and you'll be familiar with this one from a previous game, she reaches down into the mud, and you see her, like, filthy hand come up with this thorny vine.
Oh, nice.
And she, like, whips it at him. Let's see here. Yeah.
Thorn
and it
whip.
wraps around him, and the thorns dig in, and she pulls, and he falls into the muck.
Well, dang, girl, why didn't she do that earlier?
Well, there were 2
Because
bugbears
2
in
Fair,
there.
okay, fair.
And the human struggles back to his feet and draws a blade. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, dang, this guy's got some minerals. All right.
Oh, dear.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey! This is just initiative, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
That's good. Because I got a 2.
Your new friendos. Okay.
I do like straight Lannistering that shit. Like, how much are you guys getting? 5 silver a day? I'll give you 20 silver a day.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is, wait, that's like 2 gold a day, isn't it?
Huh?
What's the exchange rate from silver to gold? I thought it was 10 silver as
Oh.
gold. Right?
Because
I have no idea.
they were getting 5 silver
Yeah.
a day.
So they're getting half a gold a day, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
And she gave him a gold.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You gave them each a gold.
No, just a gold.
Oh.
Yeah, so all for multiple. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Let's
enough.
see. And then the. Okay. Carl, what'd you get?
I got a Queen's 20. Nat 20.
All right.
Yeah, that's a 22 on my initiative.
Okay. And then Duck?
A 2. So
Nice.
6.
Okay. 6. All right. So, Carl, you get to respond first. You see the human going for his weapon.
All right. Oh, he stood up.
Yeah,
after
he
being-
scrambled up out of the mud and like pulled this blade from his scabbard.
Nice. Let's do that. Let's do that charge and shove again
Into the muck.
into the muck.
All right.
And if I'm successful, we'll go from there.
All right, athletics, please.
Athletics check. Oh shit!
Just kidding.
8. Gross. I rolled a 2.
He's all slimy from being down in this gross muck already. So you go to try to like push him over and your shield just like slides off of him. He is lubed up quite handily right
Nice.
now. Yeah. Alright, anything else?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm just right up.
Yeah, you have moved in and you are in melee range at this point.
Yeah.
Alright. And then after you, he will respond. So he turns away from Thatsis towards you. And that is a 18 versus your AC.
Close, but it's not gonna get there on account of my shield.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
up to 20 right now.
So yeah, he swings with his scimitar and you just bring up that shield and there's a loud sound as it just bounces off of your shield.
Kablank.
Yep. Alright, and then after Rascal, it is... okay, so Thatsis gets up out of the muck and she is going to... Yep, she's pretty cool. Okay. Alright. You see her kind of like put her hand to one of her wounds because it looks like she's been roughed up pretty bad. And she takes a moment to heal herself. So it looks like you have things in order right now. And then it's Gorko's turn. He kind of looks expectantly between both of you. Like, what do you need him to do?
Let's try Thunderwave out.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it out.
All right. So he strides forward with the gait of one much stouter than he is. And he is going to try out one of his nifty new spells. So he strides forward and he says something in Dwarvish. Again, you don't speak, it's fine. And kind of like makes an arcane gesture and like points his hands in claw shape towards the ground, and all of that swampy muck starts to shudder, and then it kind of just like rolls forward and knocks Rascal off his feet, and like muck flies over him in this kind of like beam outward, and there's a loud thunderous boom that echoes through the trees dangling their mossiness over the area. And let's see how much. Ooh, that's a decent spell. It does some damage. So let's grab some dice.
That would do some damage.
So with Thunderwave, does there have to be water around for him to use?
No, it works on the ground basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, you see that like kind of force just like press against Rascal as he goes flying through the muck. You see like limbs distorted and broken from the impact, and there is no more movement coming from him.
Serves him right.
Holy crap.
He got one shot.
Dang, Gorko.
That is quite the spell.
Alright then.
I want to go check his body for goodies.
Gonna do the rogue thing?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Do I need to roll for that?
I don't think he has anything hidden, so yeah. So you go and check him, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
He has a belt pouch with coin in it.
How much coins in it?
25 gold.
Hey!
And so when you pick it up and like the bugbears see you pick up something jangling, and they're like, he said he didn't have any money, he hasn't paid us for 5 days? Rude. He's the worst.
Huh.
Alright, so I'm gonna give each of them 5 gold, and just like with the understanding that like they're gonna come with us and
Right.
we're cool and
Wow. You guys are so nice. It's really hard to get good work around here because we look so scary.
aww, I love them. And then what's the lizard lady's name?
That's sis.
What was going on with that situation?
Yeah, you can definitely talk to her.
Yes, I would like to ask her.
So she's kind of like brushing the muck off of her robes that she's wearing. And she's saying, he was demanding supplies from my people. The prices he was offering us were terrible, for things that we can use ourselves. When I told him we weren't interested, he threatened me. I really appreciate your help. He seemed a desperate man, but horrible.
Agreed. Now he's a horrible dead man.
Yeah. Why didn't you, so you gave the bugbears a total of 10 gold, 5 each.
Yeah.
There's 25 in the dude's purse. There's 15 left.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you could give the rest to the shaman for her tribe or whatever. Or we could keep it or whatever. I don't care. But, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, the way I look at it is like it's extra. You know what I mean? So it's like...
What? Because he wasn't taking them from them. He was just trying to get them to pay extra. Or trying to sell them, or trying to buy stuff from them for shitty prices.
My people cultivate a special algae that only grows here in the mare. It's the primary ingredient for potions of water breathing.
Oh.
He was trying. I know the value of what we grow. He was not offering anywhere near that. He thought because we were lizard folk, he could strong arm us into an agreement.
What a dick.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, why don't let's give her 5 gold for, you know, because everybody's getting 5 gold. 5 gold. You get 5 gold. You get 5 gold.
Yeah. So you're just offering out 5 gold.
Just for the kind of the trouble and kind of, you know, with the understanding that we're going to, you know, what's it called, Phandalin. And maybe if we ever want to do business with them, we'll, you know, make sure it's at a fair price.
Yes. I'd be happy to do business with fine folk. Unlike this, and like the body of Rascal's already sinking into the goo. And she says, please, for your help. And she like reaches under her robes and hands each of you a bottle, which is a potion of water breathing.
Oh.
Should you need it?
That's awesome.
Thank you, lovely lizard lady.
And she says, I will send one of my people to you once you're settled in Phandalin. Perhaps, as you say, there's business to be done.
Indeed. Excellent.
What are the, never mind. We can roleplay it. Sorry.
Oh, do you want to, because you can add them onto your sheet, but they give you the ability to breathe underwater for an hour after drinking it. It has this cloudy greenish liquid in it. If you, like, uncork it, it smells like seawater.
Right.
And there's this, like, jelly-looking bubble sort of floating in it.
Sweet.
So it's basically kombucha.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you can add those to your inventory as you like.
Lovely.
But yeah. And so that is day 5.
Okay.
Productive day, I would say.
Walk back to the cart, the wagon, and as I'm walking, you unstrap the shield, put it back on the back, sheathe the sword, and look at the bugbears. I don't want to call you Bugbear 1 and Bugbear 2, so what's your name?
And the darker bird one says, I'm Jut.
Jut.
Yeah.
And you?
Meth.
Meth.
You're not saying meth.
Meth.
Oh, meth.
It's a
like
play
Jut,
on
meth
Mutt and Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're Jut and Meth.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, boss, you need us to do the cart thing?
If you want to take turns with that, that's fine. We need to make sure and split it up pretty evenly. We're on a pretty straight shooting show around here, so welcome aboard. Do right by us, we'll do right by you.
Yeah. And they're like talking to you. They're so nice. The other guy just made us carry him on our back because he didn't want to walk in the dirt. Like, we didn't even get a word. It's just dumb.
Oh.
Just,
And he'd say yaw and like kick me with his boots.
aw.
Oh no.
Be nice to the donkey. That's Pavel, by the way. It'll go a long way.
Rule number 1.
What?
Be nice to the donkey.
Then like get a little toast notification in my HUD or whatever. Oh yeah, you eat stuff. Talk to Duck about that. I don't understand your kind's frothy carryings on, so you're gonna have to figure that out for yourselves.
Like on the road, if we're not super busy, we try to pick up stuff and like so that we have some food when we camp for the night.
Great. Good luck with that.
Look around. If there's like worms or like nuts or something.
Worms or nuts.
Sometimes they eat frogs. They're all right if you have a campfire.
Aww. My little bugbears.
Alright, so day 6. You are in the deepest, darkest part of the Mare of Dead Men, where you would expect to run into trouble. But it's very quiet. I'll have both of you roll perception checks.
Okay.
19. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Yeah.
Not a Montana one,
No.
just a 1.
Just a regular one.
Regular 1.
Yeah, you're basically, like, it's your turn to pull the cart because you've split up duties on that. And you've basically gone into, like, standby mode so you can do it, like, mindlessly. You're just, like, trudging forward while resting, basically. So, yeah, you don't notice anything. But, Duck, you see signs all around you that things have been cleared and made safe. There are prints that look like lizard folk prints. It looks like the tribe is looking out for you, making sure the road is
Aww,
safe.
bless their little hearts.
Yeah, you can see signs of like trees being cleared and stuff like that to like make it easier to pass through.
Oh, cool.
All right. And this will be our last little scene up here before we stop for today. All right, so you are continuing along the road. It's day 7, so you're almost done with your high road section. Well, actually you are, because it was 6 days on the high road. So you've turned off onto the Tribor Trail.
Right.
So you have a day or so on this trail before you're gonna head into town, depending on how things go. And
No foreshadowing there at all.
no, it'll be peaceful and perfect because that's how games work. Right?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
I just tell you a story, and you're like, "Oh, that was fun." And
That was cool.
And he tells us a story. We sit here and derp on our phones. Half an hour later, we're like, spend your raise wisely. And done.
So,
But with snacks.
you turn east from the high road onto the Tribor Trail. Travel slows a bit here because it's not like a maintained road anymore.
Right.
It's much more a trail.
Right.
Where like you can see signs that other wagons and people have come this way. And you're walking for a few hours, and then suddenly you see sitting like cross-legged in the middle of the road is an odd-looking man wearing nothing. Not one stitch.
It was naked,
clothing.
indeed.
And in one hand, he's fiddling with this copper medallion. And he's like kind of stout, but not super big. Like you're not sure if he's like a beardless dwarf or like a really pale half-orc or like a human with some sort of glandular condition.
Wow.
But, like, it's hard to really get a good read on this guy.
And the old twig and berries are just out there, huh?
He's sitting cross-legged, so they're kind of
Wow.
on display.
In the dirt. Gross.
Ugh.
And he doesn't look up at you at all. His eyes don't even open, right? He's just playing with his little medallion in one hand. And as you continue to approach, his voice creaks out, and he says, "Fortune! There's strange and wonderful and terrible things in store for you. So here I am, Fortune's lackey. Fair or foul, weal or woe, chant or howl, friend or foe." And that's where we will end our session for today.
Oh, good lord.
Nice.
Wow. Wow, Rainy.
Oh.
Carl's head.
To be fair, the description says that he speaks in a voice that sounds like a goat choking on sawdust. So
That was nicely done, I think.
Well done.
all right.
Now we know what that sounds like.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Barbarians, for listening to our Swampy adventures on this day. May our labors please you. I'm Rainy. I've been your dungeon master. Check the description for links, but you can find me on Twitter at BarbarianRainy if you want to give us feedback on how our adventure is going.
How amazing we are.
Yeah, how great.
Yeah.
Nothing bad.
No bad feedback.
Yeah.
Save that shit.
All
Yelp.
feed good, no feed bad.
Yeah.
I'm
5-star
Santiago. Links in the doobly-doo. Hit me up.
I'm Jessica. Don't hit me up because there are no links to do that.
True.
True.
Although, if you are a patron and have access to our Discord, you may occasionally see Jessica creep into the chat. But yeah, so thank you again for listening. Until next time, Barbarians. Spend your rage wisely.
And Fusro da some thunder waves.
Whoa.